Have you ever wondered who will truly be there for you as you grow older, when you pass 60, 70 and beyond? When we're younger, we often believe our support system is set. Family, close friends, the people we've shared life with for decades. But as the years go by, life begins to shift in quiet but powerful ways. People get busy, priorities change, and suddenly those we thought would always be there might not always be available. This isn't something to fear, it's something to understand. Growing older comes with many gifts: wisdom, experience, a deeper appreciation for life. But it also means learning where true strength and support really come from. Not from hoping others will carry us, but from building a foundation that carries us. In today's video, we'll explore 6 powerful pillars of support that become even more important than family after the age of 60. These are not just tips. They are lifelines, quiet strengths, that once in place can give you peace of mind, emotional resilience, and the freedom to live your life with confidence and independence. Stay with me until the end, because once you understand these 6 pillars, you may begin to see aging not as a decline, but as a season of empowerment, where your life can be just as meaningful, strong, and secure as ever. Pillar 1. Your ability to adapt. If there's one constant in life, especially as we grow older, it's that things are always changing. People come and go. Health fluctuates. The routines we once knew may shift, and the roles we once filled may fade. It's a quiet but powerful reminder that nothing stays exactly the same. And that's why your ability to adapt is one of the greatest strengths you can carry with you. Some people struggle deeply with the changes that come with aging. They hold tightly to what used to be their careers, their old routines, the way things once were. They resist change, hopeful that if they fight hard enough, they can make time stand still. But the truth is fighting change often only leads to frustration and sadness. On the other hand, there are people who choose a different path. They choose to be open, to stay curious, to grow with life, instead of against it. And it's those people who tend to find peace and even joy, no matter what age they are. Let me tell you about Frank. He's 70 years old, and for most of his life, he built friendships face to face. He loved in-person conversations, backyard barbecues, and neighborhood gatherings. But over the years, many of his friends moved away, and some passed on. The world became quieter, and Frank started to feel isolated. He thought to himself, maybe this is just how it is when you get old. But then something inside him shifted. Instead of giving in to the loneliness, Frank decided to try something new. He asked his granddaughter to teach him how to use video calls. He joined an online discussion group about World War history, something he had always loved, and slowly the connection came back, not in the old ways, but in new ways that still brought warmth, laughter, and a sense of belonging. Frank didn't deny that life had changed. He just chose to meet it where it was. Being adaptable doesn't mean you forget the past. It means you honor it, while also making room for what's next. It means trying new things, even if they feel unfamiliar at first. It means saying yes to change, even when it feels uncertain. And it means trusting that every stage of life, even the later ones, has something beautiful to offer if you're open to receiving it. Adaptability is not just about survival. It's about growth. It's about continuing to write your story, even if the setting changes or the characters shift. It's about finding new ways to enjoy life, connect with others, and keep learning. So ask yourself, where in your life are you clinging to the past? And what new opportunity might be waiting if you loosen your grip? The more you open yourself to change, the less you'll feel like you're losing something, and the more you'll realize that you're gaining something new. Your ability to adapt gives you freedom, resilience, and a sense of control in an unpredictable world. Because no matter how much the world changes around you, your spirit can always stay alive, engaged, and growing. And that, more than anything, is the sign of a life well lived. Pillar 2. Your emotional resilience. As we journey through life, especially after 60, there's one truth that becomes crystal clear: challenges never really stop. They simply change shape. Friends drift away. Loved ones pass on. Health concerns appear, and some days feel lonelier than we ever imagined they could. It's not easy. It's never been easy, but in the middle of all of that change, one quiet strength can carry you farther than anything else. Your emotional resilience. This is the strength that lives inside you, the part of you that knows how to bend without breaking. It's what allows you to keep going even when things don't turn out the way you hoped. It's the calm in the middle of chaos, the courage in the middle of loss, and the quiet voice inside that whispers, "You're going to be okay." It's natural to want support from others during difficult times. Many of us hope our children, siblings, or extended family will be our emotional lifeline when we're feeling low, and sometimes they are, but the reality is, they have their own battles to fight too. They may not always be available when you need them most, not because they don't love you, but because life is busy, complex, and sometimes overwhelming for them too. That's why learning how to be your own source of strength is so important. Take the story of Helen, a 70-year-old woman who lost her husband after 3 years of marriage. At first, she leaned on her children to help her through the grief, and while they tried their best, she eventually saw that they were juggling their own family's careers and emotions. She realized she couldn't keep pouring her pain into others and expecting them to heal it. So she made a powerful decision to turn inward and rebuild herself from within. Helen joined a grief support group where she felt understood and heard. She began journaling every morning, writing down both her sadness and her gratitude. She started small habits that brought her peace, like taking quiet walks or lighting a candle each evening in memory of her husband. And slowly she felt her strength return, not all at once, but piece by piece. She discovered that she didn't need someone else to fix her sorrow. She had the tools to heal herself. Emotional resilience isn't about pretending everything's fine. It's not about putting on a brave face or bottling up your emotions. It's about honoring how you feel while also trusting that those feelings don't define your future. It's about creating space to grieve, to reflect, to feel, and then to gently move forward at your own pace. There are so many healthy ways to nurture your inner strength. Writing, meditation, prayer, deep breathing, therapy, talking with a trusted friend, even moments of silence, where you simply sit with your heart and listen. These are not signs of weakness. They are tools of healing, because at the end of the day, the most consistent companion you'll ever have is yourself. And when you become a source of comfort, encouragement, and peace for your own heart, you become unshakable. So no matter what life brings, whether joy or sorrow, closeness or solitude, trust that you have what it takes to face it. You've already come so far, and your spirit, though tested, is stronger than you know. Pillar 3. Your sense of purpose. There's something that quietly changes after retirement. Something many people don't talk about enough. It's not your job, your routines, or even your energy. It's that deep inner feeling of purpose. The reason you wake up in the morning feeling excited, motivated, and needed. When we're younger, our lives are full of roles. We're parents, workers, caregivers, providers. Those roles give structure to our days and meaning to our actions. But after 60, especially after retirement and when children become independent, those roles begin to shift or disappear. Suddenly, the rhythm of daily life slows down, and with it, a question often creeps in. What? This is something many older adults struggle with, often in silence. They may feel invisible, like the world no longer needs them. But here's the truth. Your sense of purpose never has to fade. It simply evolves. Purpose doesn't always come from a paycheck or a big title. It can come from something as simple as sharing your knowledge, creating something beautiful, or helping someone else feel seen. It's about staying engaged with life, not just watching from the sidelines. Think about George, a 70-year-old retired engineer. When he first left the workforce, he was thrilled to finally relax. But after a few quiet months, he began to feel restless. Each day started to blend into the next. His children still visited from time to time, but something felt missing. That's when George decided to try something new. He began volunteering at a local elementary school, teaching kids how to build things. Suddenly, his days had meaning again. His eyes lit up. He had stories to tell people to teach, and a reason to show up each day. Your purpose can take many forms. It could be mentoring others, learning a new hobby, tending a garden, joining a club, traveling, or setting small goals for yourself. It doesn't need to be grand. It just needs to matter to you. If you've been feeling like your best years are behind you, please hear this. Your purpose is not behind you. It's still with you. It may look different now, but it's still just as powerful. And you still have so much to offer. You are not done growing. You are not done giving. And you are certainly not done living. The strongest kind of support isn't always found in other people. Sometimes it's found in that quiet fire inside you, the one that says, I still have something beautiful to give to this world. So take a moment today and ask yourself, what lights me up? What makes me feel useful, creative, or fulfilled? Whatever your answer is, follow it, because purpose at any age is the anchor that keeps your spirit alive. Pillar 4. Your social circle. As the years go by, one of the quietest shifts in life is the change in your social connections. When we're younger, our days are filled with people, colleagues at work, neighbors to chat with friends we see regularly, and family always nearby. But after 60, life tends to slow down, and so do those connections. Friends move away, some pass on, family gets busy with their own lives, and slowly, almost without realizing it, your social world can begin to shrink. Then one day, you look around and realize just how quiet things have become. It's a painful truth that many people discover too late. Loneliness in old age isn't just emotionally difficult. It can also affect your physical health, your memory, and even how long you live. Yet it often sneaks up on us, and sadly, many people assume that their children will always be there to keep them company. But while your children may love you deeply, they also have their own careers, their own kids, their own full plates. They simply can't be your only source of companionship. That's why your social circle, your friendships, your community is one of the most important pillars of support you can build. Let me share the story of Margaret. She's 73 and a mother of 2 grown sons. They both love her very much, but over time, their weekend visits became less frequent, their phone calls shorter, not because they didn't care, but because life happened. Margaret found herself spending more time alone than she ever expected. At first, she felt forgotten, but then she made a brave choice. Instead of waiting for people to come to her, she reached out. She reconnected with old friends, joined a local book club, and even tried a beginner's painting class. And what happened next was beautiful. Her world came alive again. She laughed more. She felt more energized. Her days had meaning again, simply because she was surrounded by people who saw her, talked with her, and shared life with her. This isn't about replacing your family. It's about enriching your life. A neighbor you greet every morning, a group at your local senior center, a weekly phone call with an old friend, even small interactions can add up to something powerful connection. So take a moment to reflect. Who in your life brings you joy, makes you smile, or simply helps you feel seen and heard? If your answer is unclear, that's okay. It just means there's room to grow. Building new friendships or deepening old ones may feel unfamiliar, even a little scary, but the reward is worth it. Because when your world feels connected, your heart feels full. And at this stage of life, that kind of connection is not a luxury, it's a lifeline. The people around you, the ones you choose to invite into your life, can lift your spirits in ways no material thing ever could. They remind you that you matter, that you're not alone. That laughter, conversation, and companionship still belong to you every day. Pillar 5. Your physical health. There's something we all come to understand with time. As we age, our greatest ally, or our biggest challenge, is our health. No matter how much money we've saved, how loving our family is, or how supportive our friends are, none of it means much if our body begins to break down. The truth is, your health is personal. It's something no one else can take care of for you. Your children can love you dearly, but they can't go for that daily walk in your place. They can't choose healthy meals for you. They can't feel your aches and pains, or carry the weight of what you're going through physically. That responsibility belongs to you, and only you. Unfortunately, many people push health to the background, assuming that if anything serious happens, someone will be there to help. But life isn't always that simple. Even if your family wants to be there, they might not have the time, the energy, or even the ability to become your full-time caregiver. That's not a reflection of their love. It's just reality. Think about Carl. He was always active in his younger years, the kind of man who played sports and loved the outdoors. But after he retired, he slipped into a routine of too much rest and not enough movement. He figured there was still time to get back into shape, but weeks turned into months, and before he knew it, his energy dropped. His joints stiffened, and even walking short distances became a challenge. His kids visited when they could, but they had jobs, kids, and lives of their own. Carl began to realize something important. If he wanted to keep his independence, it was up to him to make a change. Not next year, not someday. Now, you don't need to train like a professional athlete. You just need consistency. Gentle walks in the morning, stretching to keep your body loose, eating foods that nourish rather than harm, and perhaps most importantly, not ignoring the signs. Those persistent aches, that shortness of breath, that sudden fatigue, your body speaks to you. Listen to it, and please don't skip your checkups. Many serious conditions can be managed or even prevented when caught early. Taking your health seriously isn't selfish. It's wise. It's an act of love for yourself and for those who care about you. In the end, your physical well-being is what gives you freedom. It's what allows you to travel, to play with your grandkids, to enjoy your hobbies, and to move through each day with ease and confidence. So remember, while others may support you, your strongest and most reliable caregiver will always be you. Take care of your body now, and it will take care of you for many more years to come. Pillar 6. Your financial stability. Let's begin with the first and perhaps most grounding pillar, your financial stability. As we get older, many of us realize something we didn't quite understand in our younger years. Money may not buy happiness, but it absolutely buys peace of mind. It gives us freedom, choices, and the ability to handle life's surprises without panic or dependence. And that kind of peace, it's priceless. There's a common belief many of us hold, especially after spending a lifetime supporting our loved ones, that our children will be there to support us in return when the time comes. We picture them stepping in, helping us through financial troubles, the way we once helped them through school tough times or unexpected expenses. But life doesn't always work out that way. Take the story of Richard. He's 72 now, and spent much of his life being a supportive father. He helped his kids through college, lent them money when they needed it, and was always just a phone call away when something came up. Naturally, he believed that if he ever ran into money trouble, they'd be there for him, just like he'd always been there for them. Then one day, an unexpected medical issue left him with a pile of bills and drained savings. He turned to his kids for help. But instead of relief, he found hesitation. Not because they didn't care, they did, but they had mortgages, young children, their own financial pressures. The truth hit hard. Not everyone can help, even when they want to. That's why your financial independence is one of the strongest supports you'll ever have. It's not about being rich. It's about being ready. It's about having enough saved to weather the storm, a steady income that you can rely on, and a clear plan to avoid being caught off guard. Ask yourself some honest questions. Do I have enough set aside for emergencies? Is my retirement income stable and secure? Have I reduced any financial risks that might leave me vulnerable? If you're not sure, don't panic, but don't wait either. Now is the time to take action. Learn how to budget wisely. Avoid unnecessary debt. Make thoughtful decisions about spending and saving. Even small changes today can protect your peace tomorrow. Your children may love you dearly, but love alone doesn't pay the bills. In the long run, your own financial stability is the foundation that keeps you safe, free, and confident. No matter what happens around you, it's the one pillar that always stands by your side. As we close today's video, I hope you're leaving with a heart that feels a little lighter and a spirit that feels a little stronger, because here's the truth. Growing older doesn't mean growing weaker. It means growing wiser. And the most powerful support you'll ever have doesn't come from hoping others will be there for you. It comes from building a foundation within yourself that you can count on no matter what life brings. When you have financial stability, you don't have to fear the unknown. When you care for your physical health, you preserve your freedom. When you nurture your social connections, you never feel alone. When you live with purpose, your days are filled with meaning. When you strengthen your emotional resilience, you become your own anchor in every storm. And when you embrace your ability to adapt, you unlock joy in every new chapter. These 6 pillars aren't just ideas. They're invitations. Invitations to step into a life of strength, confidence, and peace on your own terms. So take a moment today to reflect. Which pillar do you need to strengthen most right now? Start there. Bit by bit, you'll build the kind of life where you don't just survive, you thrive. Thank you for spending your time with me today. If something in this video spoke to you, I'd love to hear about it in the comments. Share one thing you're going to work on, or something you learned that touched your heart. And if this message helped you, please consider liking, subscribing, and sharing it with someone you care about. You never know who might need to hear it today. Until next time, take care of yourself. And remember, you are stronger, wiser, and more capable than you may realize. Your best years can still be full of growth, connection, and deep purpose. We'll see you in the next video.